back off from any attempts to arrest Sunday Igboho, Professor Akintoye, and others, Agbekoya warns federal government. The Agbekoya warriors, a pressure group in Yoruba land, has cautioned the federal government against the decision to arrest the Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho and other persons championing the cause of self-determination, saying that the call was legitimate under the United Nations character. The group, in a statement signed by the Jagunmolu Agbekoya of Yoruba land, Kunle Adelakun Erobodo, titled Reinvention of Sunday Adeyemo's House, and they clamped down on Yoruba Nation agitators by the federal government, said that the Àrrẹ́ Agbekoya of Yoruba land, Olalere Ayolu, the Iyalode Agbekoya, Ramota Bogumbe, the national coordinator, and Jagunmolu Agbekoya of Yoruba land, Kunle Adelakun Erobodo, the Agbekoya Elders Council, and the Irumole Agbekoya are unanimously calling the federal government under President Muhammadu Buhari to back off from any attempt to arrest Professor Banji Akintoye, Chief Sunday Igboho, Iba Gani Adams, and every key member of Yoruba Nation agitators. Failure to listen to this advice might cause unnecessary and avoidable political tension in the country. The country has already been charged, and the Buhari government should not add to the situation. Agbekoya doesn't have guns or AK-47 because we don't believe in it. God's wisdom is our strength. Agbekoya are elders whose power transcends the conventional power. We have power of the Almighty God and the power of the earth, which is more than the language which President Buhari believes in. The language he is using to suppress the will of the people. Our candid advice for the president is to apply wisdom in dealing with the current impasses, injustice, inequality, and agitation. Nigerians had never had it in so bad in the history of the fraudulent amalgamation of northern and southern protectorates. Since 1914, in a democracy, people always have their way, and the tenure of the president elected and the elected representative are limited or would expire whenever they like it or not. For our Yoruba Nation politician leaders, most especially Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Chief Bisi Akande, General Alani Akinrinade, retired, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, we urge you to retrace your steps. The time is ticking. Without a gunshot, the God of the Yoruba Nation will prevail. There is no joy for a leader to see his people being oppressed and subjected to hardship. Available killings, invasion, poverty, and destruction of human lives. Agbekoya would surely stand by the side of the people when the time needs arise. We urge all political leaders and our politicians in Yoruba land to come back to Omoluabi values. The Yoruba Nation must be resolute and firm in our collective conviction. There is no wrong in calling for self-determination. It is acceptable under the United Nations Charter. The statement read. This is indeed another one again. This is one thing about the Yorubas. When they want to be one, they will stand and one. But when they want to become backstabbers, they will do that perfectly as well. Now the Yorubas are standing as one and telling all the political leaders up there to come down from their high horses and do things in the way they are supposed to do. Now they are giving them a huge warning for them. So I really hope and wish they take note to this very warning they are being given, because I really do not understand why is it that whenever people are trying to go out for rally or protest, the government will ask the military, or let's say the security service rather, for all of them to go on and on attacking the people who are going out for protest. Just like what they said the law of protest is allowed in the United Nations charter. So I don't really know why they are all making it so hard for the citizens of Nigeria. Or is it that they're trying to let us know that in the time of Goodluck Jonathan's tenure, that when all presidents Muhammadu Buhari's and his cohorts, when all of them were all making it so difficult for the administration of President Jonathan. Jonathan never did anything about it, or rather, he kept a deaf ear to everything they were saying or doing. He never gave any orders for anyone to be hurt. Instead, he tried his best to make sure that the masses were never neglected. But instead, in the time of President Muhammadu Buhari, rather, in the time we are now, Buhari was the same person who was campaigning then, promising Nigerians heaven on earth, telling them how he was going to make Nigeria a better place, telling us how he was going to rule Nigeria more than the present government then, that was in 2015, which means he was referring to the administration of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. But instead, he never knew that all his preaches was going to backfire on him, because there is a saying that you should always watch what you say so that it won't come back to haunt you, which is the case of Buhari now. Because with everything he said then, or all the promises he made to Nigerians, he never even fulfilled anyone or kept anyone. Definitely, the masses are bound to be angry, because now the prices in food is something that we can't even talk about. And instead, when people want to protest or say anything, they go on about dispatching the security service to go in and deal with them in the language they will understand. Just imagine in the case of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, especially. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested, and according to the report we got on his arrest, he was really treated so badly in Kenya before they brought him back to Nigeria. As if that was not enough, Sunday, okay, fine. They were all saying that Nnamdi Kanu scale bail, okay, fine. We agree to that. And Sunday Igboho never did anything to them. So why were they after his own life? Because there is nothing they are going to say to us that is going to make us believe that the DSS who went to Sunday Igboho's house to raid his house only went there on the purpose of just raiding his apartment or getting him arrested or anything of such. Because we never knew that whenever there is supposed to be an arrest on anyone, that the arrest is supposed to be made in the midnight. We never knew of anything of such. We only knew that arrest in the midnight is only guaranteed if there is an emergency of crime going on in a particular residence or any area at all. But as it stands now, there was nothing of such, but instead they went there with the sole intention of killing Sunday Igboho, which they didn't succeed. Well, that is very, very credible. Some Yoruba APC and Obas who accepted to be third class, inferior to the rail behind the attack on Yorubas because they believe in doing so, the Fulani oligarchy. We consider them for a pose for their own personal selfish gain. Thus, selling Yoruba out, it is a matter of time. The gods of Yoruba land will send them all to 6 feet below the ground suddenly if they don't retrace their steps. This is again another strong word, because as it stands now, the Yorubas really believes in being united, and if care is not taken, then when they stand against this government, we don't know what is going to happen. Anyway, you can go to the comment section and share your take on this article.